Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mina, and today we are starting another reading vlog. It is currently Friday, just got done with work. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon, and I am planning on reading this weekend You Love Me by Carolyn Kepnes, and this is the third book in the You trilogy. I believe it's a trilogy. I don't know if she will be writing more books after this. So I'm just going to say You series, the Joe Goldberg You series. If you are familiar with this book series, then you probably know that it's also a TV show on Netflix, and I love the show as well. I'm really excited because season 3 is coming out sometime this year, I think maybe in the summer or in the fall, and this book is one of my most anticipated reads of the year. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately, but I have honestly been really excited for this. I love the original You book. It's one of my favorite thrillers of all time, and I feel a little bit of pride knowing that I read that book when it first came out and that I knew about the series before the Netflix show came out. So let me know down in the comments below if you read the series first, or if you're only familiar with it from the Netflix adaptation. I'm always interested in knowing like how people are familiar with series. So yeah, I'm really excited for this book. I read the first 50 pages last night and I'm really enjoying it so far. If you don't know what this book is about, it is basically about a stalker named Joe Goldberg. In the first book, he was working at a bookstore and one of his customers came in. He fell in love with her at first sight and began stalking her and ended up getting into a relationship with her. And obviously, because he's a psychopath and a stalker, things did not go according to plan. I'm not going to go into any specifics because I really think it's better just going into this book knowing that much. I think you'll enjoy it more. The second book follows him moving to LA and falling in love with a new girl, and yeah, you kind of get the picture of what the series is about. One of the things that I absolutely love about this series is just Joe's character in general. You would think like, oh my god, I would hate that character, he's a psychopath, he's a stalker, but he is just so hilarious and so witty. He has this like dark humor about him. He's very sarcastic. He's always pointing out the flaws in other people and like in society, but he can't actually reflect that onto himself and criticize himself. He thinks he's like a good person when he's really not. So it's just such a fun, darkly ironic type of book that I absolutely love. And I remember when I read the first book, it was just such an easy read for me because number one, it's a dark thriller, and you guys know I absolutely love thrillers. Number two, Joe's character is just so funny to read from. And number three, it does deal a lot with books and like publishing, things like that, writing. That's like a really big theme in these books. So that's also something that really interests me. So yeah, I absolutely love this series. I did prefer the original book more than the second book. Something about the vibe and the way that Joe was written in the second book didn't correlate and connect with me as much as the first one. So I'm really hoping that book number 3 is a lot more like book number 1. And so far I'm finding that it is. It does take place in a sleepy kind of small town, which is awesome. We're used to like big cities. The first book took place in New York City. Second book took place in LA. And now we are in, I think, like Northern California, I want to say. We're like up near Washington and Seattle, but we're not in Washington. I believe it's a Northern California town, and it just has that like small town suburban vibes. And Joe is running from his past, and he is also now volunteering at a library, and he starts to develop some interesting feelings for the librarian who is his boss. So it's a little bit of a different relationship than he's used to, because the woman is older. She has a daughter, she's a single mother, and she is in more of like an authority type position compared to Joe. So I think that that's going to add like a little bit of an extra dynamic to the story that we didn't get in books 1 and 2. So I am so excited to continue reading this. I'm hoping that I can get through this book by like Monday, possibly Tuesday. So next week is the start of Ramadan. If you guys don't know, I am Muslim and I will be celebrating the month of Ramadan. I will be fasting for 30 days. I'll still be reading, but I know myself when I'm fasting, I get very, I don't want to use the word lazy because let's not be negative, but it's very difficult for me to focus and devote a lot of my time on reading and like other activities that require a lot of attention because I'm, you know, so hungry and thirsty. And it's an important month. If you don't know, it's the holiest month for Muslims. So I will be reading probably a little bit less. I may not be doing any reading vlogs after Ramadan starts, but we'll see how it goes. I have to kind of get myself into the swing of things when it starts. But yeah, I'm really hoping that I can finish this by Monday, which is like 4 days away, so that I can just devote my time to Ramadan and maybe do a little bit of light reading throughout the month. But yes, those are my plans. I am done with work. I'm actually going to visit one of my best friends and have coffee at her house, and then I am going to Barnes & Noble to pick up a order that I just placed this morning, and then I'm going to my parents' house. So typical Friday schedule. I will check in with you guys later when I have some more thoughts, but so far, first 50 pages in, I am enjoying it. Hey you guys, I am in the car now on my way to my friend's house. I just stopped to get us some Starbucks. I'm so sad because I accidentally made my drink a grande instead of a venti. First world problems, I know, but I got a cold brew. I guess I just pressed like previous orders, and the last thing that I ordered was a grande, not a large. So kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't just check the order before placing it, but it is what it is. And then my friend wanted a nitro cold brew, which looks really scary to be honest, like compared to my drink. I've got like the Jedi drink and she has the Sith version of my drink. So let me take a sip of this. So good. So as I was saying before, next week starts Ramadan. I'm not going to be drinking Starbucks the way that I do now, obviously, because I can't eat or drink anything during the day. I got a text. I can't eat or drink anything during the day, so I can really only have coffee at night, and I don't like to do that because it affects my sleep. So this is probably going to be the last, maybe I'll get before Tuesday, but one of the last Starbucks that I can enjoy for a whole month, which is kind of sad, but I've done it before, I'll be fine. But anyway, I don't have anything to update to you guys because obviously I didn't read within the last hour, but I'm excited. I hope I have time to read today at my parents' house. I want to really finish this in a couple of days, and yeah, I will see you guys a little bit later. Hello you guys, it is now Saturday, the next day. I did get some reading in yesterday, which is good, but I forgot to update the vlog. But I am here to give you guys an update. I also just wanted to point out my really awesome jacket that I got from Disney World. The first Disney World vlog should be up by now. Oh, Yoda! What are you doing, buddy? As I was saying, the first Disney World vlog should be up by now, and the second one will be coming really soon, so that's exciting. But I ended up getting this little jacket in Pandora, which is the Avatar section in Animal Kingdom, and I absolutely love it. I wear it like all the time. It says Siva Ko, which means rise to the challenge in the Avatar language. I don't know if that's a real language. I don't know if they're using like real words or if they just made it up. It also has like a little Pandora logo thing on the back. It's so comfy, it's so cute, it's a little bit oversized, but I love it. And now let me get into my reading content. I am now at page 120 of You Love Me, and I'm still really liking this. I don't want this to be a spoilery vlog, so I'm going to try to keep it as vague as possible. If I do think that there's anything that's kind of spoilery, I'll just let you guys know. But I just I literally am obsessed with Joe's character. I feel like everybody, and I mean everybody, has a little bit of Joe in them. I don't remember if I said this yesterday or if I was just thinking this, but there's just something about Joe's character where he just sees things for what they are, as opposed to like everybody else around him who's kind of like living in their own bubble. Their only like care in the world is themselves. They're just super self-centered, and I think Caroline Kepnes just does this on purpose in all of the books. Pretty much every other character besides Joe is like an unlikable character. I mean, at least for me, I feel like she just throws at us all these horrible, unlikable characters with like just really bad negative traits, toxic characters. And I feel like Joe, while he is a psychopath, is literally the only person who can see things for what they are, because everybody else is just too wrapped up in their own life and their own drama. So it's just so interesting to read from his perspective. Obviously he has his own problems, but there are so many times where I'm just like, you know, like I actually agree with what Joe is saying. He's like spot on. And we finally got into a darker moment in the book. For the first like 50, maybe even like 60 or 70 pages, it was kind of just Joe claiming that he's turned a new leaf and that now he's a good guy. Obviously, we know that that's not true, and he's running from his past. He's trying to just like start a new life in this new small town, and nothing really dark happened, like other than his thoughts, but no actions were taken. And now we finally reached a point where he did something that's similar to his older Joe self, similar to some things that he's done in the first and second books. And you know, it just got like a little bit more exciting. So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how this plays out. I'm kind of hoping that things go a little bit differently, just because I feel like this book is reading very similarly to book one. Not that I mind that, I really love book one, but I feel like it's following a very similar formula. And as much as I enjoyed book one, I would like to see Caroline Kepnes do something a little bit different, take things in like a different direction, and kind of like add some new twists and like plot holes, things like that. There was like a little twist with the main character, the love interest character that Joe's interested in. So I mean, I really want to say it. I'm not going to spoil anything. Maybe later on I will talk a little bit more about some of the spoilers, but it's really good so far. Really enjoying it. Still hoping I can continue and finish by the end of this weekend. My plans for today are a little bit different than I anticipated. I didn't go to Barnes & Noble yesterday because I ended up leaving my friend's house a little bit later than expected. So I'm actually going back to Staten Island today so that I can pick up the books that I ordered, but also, and more importantly, I have a COVID vaccine appointment this evening. And I like literally just got this yesterday. I was having trouble getting an appointment, and then I originally had an appointment for next week. My brother got it for me, but it was Johnson & Johnson. And I was excited at first because I was like, yes, it's just one dose, I don't need to go back. And then I started like hearing things about like bad batches of Johnson & Johnson, and my parents did not get it. My brother and sister did not get it. So I don't really know anybody who's gotten that brand yet. So I'm a little bit like nervous about that. So one of my best friends actually was able to get me another appointment for tonight, and it's not Johnson & Johnson. So hoping that I'm going to do that this evening at 7:30, and like I said, go to Barnes & Noble before then. I will update you guys with some more reading thoughts a little bit later. Okay, we also have to document the fact that these two cuties are just laying next to each other. Oh my god, they look like twins right now, but Ninja, who's this little pretty girl right here, is like half the size of Yoda.
her big brother. You guys are my little babies. Oh my god, they just look so cute when they're just like laying with each other together. Even though they were fighting, like, I kid you not, 5 minutes before I filmed the last clip. So now you guys are best friends? You best friends now? Baby. Hi, Bobby. They're just so cute.
Okay, you guys, so it's a little bit later. It's now like 5:30. I just got back from picking up my order at Barnes & Noble. Sorry I don't take you guys in there with me. I just feel like very uncomfortable filming in public, except in like Disney World. So I usually don't like to just pull out my camera. I'm not there yet. But I do want to show you the 2 books that I ordered. One of them has kind of been on my radar for a while. It is a new release. It is called The Drowning Kind by Jennifer McMahon. And I thought that this was a thriller, but then upon further reading, I think it could actually be considered horror maybe, or it's just like a supernatural thriller. So it is about a woman who goes back to, I think, her hometown because she learns the news that her sister has drowned in their grandmother's or their family's like historic home, and she tries to like discover what happened to her sister, and she learns a lot of secrets. So it's a lot about like familial past and like learning creepy things about your lineage, things like that. And I think that there could be ghosts or just some kind of supernatural presence, something paranormal. The cover of this, by the way, is absolutely stunning. I love this. I think it's so beautiful. This is like one of the most beautiful covers I've ever seen. I've never read from this author, so we shall see how this goes. I think it also has to do with like water and like a natural, is it a natural spring or like a lake or something? There's some kind of, well, there's a pool involved, but I love, you guys know, love bodies of water. So that's the first book. The other book was, I wouldn't say like a blind buy. I'm pretty sure that I've heard of this in the past, and for some reason just never looked into it more deeply, and that is Eden by Tim LeBon. This was actually recommended on I think it was a blog. The blog post was focused on environmental horror books, and I love a good environmental horror book. I absolutely love Annihilation. It's one of my favorite books of all time, and I think that I saw this as a book similar to Annihilation, but I think it came out earlier if I'm not mistaken. I will read you guys the description because I don't remember enough to just, you know, oh, it came out April 2020. It literally came out last year. I didn't even know that. So it says, Earth's rising oceans contain enormous islands of refuse. The Amazon rainforest is all but destroyed, and countless species edge toward extinction. Humanity's last hope to save the planet lies with the virgin zones, 13 vast areas of land off limits to people and given back to nature. So literally sounds like Area X from Annihilation. Dylan leads a clandestine, I don't even know what that means, team of adventure racers, including his daughter Jen, into Eden, the oldest of the zones. Jen carries a secret. Kat, Dylan's wife, who abandoned them both years ago, has entered Eden ahead of them. Interesting. Jen is determined to find her mother, but neither she nor the rest of their tight-knit team are prepared for what confronts them. Nature has returned to Eden in an elemental, primeval primeval way, and here nature is no longer humanity's friend. Okay, this sounds very, very similar to the plot of Annihilation, so I'm excited to see like how that goes. Haven't heard anything about this book like at all, so we shall see. I think I'm gonna get myself some, there's a lady like right next to me. I think I'm gonna get myself some French fries because I'm really hungry, and possibly a Starbucks, but I don't want to like have to pee before my vaccine appointment, which is in like 2 hours. I might just like stop by my mom's on the way to use the bathroom and drop something off and then go, but I am nervous, you guys. I'm nervous. Okay, I will see you guys in like a couple minutes. So I ended up getting myself French fries and 4 pieces of chicken nuggets because I'm really hungry. I feel like the size of the Wendy's fries definitely decreased, but yum. Okay friends, I'm back. I'm gonna do this quickly because I know the guy in the car next to me is coming back soon, since he was like ahead of me in Starbucks, and I don't want to be talking to my screen in front of people. But I did end up getting a pink drink today instead of a cold brew, just because I wanted something more refreshing, and it's kind of late to have so much caffeine. So I'm gonna drink this. I don't really have too much to update you. I might just come back on after I have my appointment because I can't even think straight. Oh my god, that's so good. I can't even think straight right now before the appointment. So I think I'll just wait until after I have my vaccine to talk to you guys and update you on what I read. Okay, I will see you guys later when I'm partly vaccinated. Hello friends, I am back now. I survived dose number 1, which is exciting. Still have a little bit, oh my god, that looks so nasty. I still have a little bit of my pink drink left. It doesn't taste nasty, but it looks gross. So update on the situation with the vaccine. It actually went really like smoothly and easily, which is awesome. I was, as usual, nervous for nothing, but it wasn't even much of a wait either. It was kind of just like I waited for maybe like 10 minutes total before I actually got the shot, and then afterwards you have to wait for 15 minutes at the site just to make sure you don't have any like strong reaction immediately after it, and I was fine. So I went home, but I do obviously feel my arm is sore at the moment. I did get the shot in my right arm because I'm a lefty and I use my left hand more than my right, so I would rather deal with it in my right arm than my left. But yeah, I'm just so glad it's over with, and I scheduled my second dose, so can't wait to just like be done with this whole process. But yeah, I'm back home now. My husband just went to go get us dinner. Thank God for him. He's getting us burgers from BurgerFi, which is one of my favorite burger places. So glad I don't need to cook anything today because I just want to like relax, do some reading tonight, probably just lay in bed and watch some stuff. I am now on page 170 of, I forgot the book's name, of You Love Me, and still loving it, still think that it's hilarious. Joe is hilarious, and some exciting like twisty or like suspenseful things have happened. I will go into more detail probably tomorrow. My battery is about to die, so I just wanted to come on here and like update you guys quickly. But yeah, that is the situation. I will see you guys later or tomorrow. So it's now Sunday. Just been kind of like lazy and in bed all day. And I'm watching the 2018 Halloween movie just to like chill.
Okay, well, having witnessed...
Jamie Lee Curtis is an actual icon, okay, you guys? She is a horror icon. So I finished up the Halloween movie. I'm about to get back into reading You Love Me. I think I'm on page 200 now. I want to get to page like 280 so that I only have 100 pages left to read for tomorrow. I'm kind of reaching a slow, I don't want to say like it's a slow part, but I'm slowing down with my enjoyment of this read. I will talk to you guys in a little bit explaining why, but I'm going to continue with this. I also have this graphic novel called Sheets, which is a spooky ghost supernatural graphic novel, but it's like one of those cute spooky graphic novels. I have this and I have the sequel to this called Duplicates. I'm doing a buddy read with two of my fellow bookstagrammers, so we are going to read this week. So yeah, just gonna get some reading in right now.
Hello you guys. It is now the next day. It is Monday afternoon, about 4 p.m. and I'm coming on here to give you guys my final thoughts on You Love Me. I didn't do much vlogging yesterday. As usual, there's always that one day that I just am not in a vlogging mood. And I also was kind of recovering from getting the vaccine shot on Saturday. I didn't have a very severe like reaction or really bad side effects, which is good. I just had really bad like arm pain and I was a little bit nauseous in the morning yesterday. I don't know if that was like from that. Also, my battery is dying, so let's see if I can even get my thoughts out. But I'm back now. I literally just finished reading You Love Me like a second ago. So my thoughts are very fresh, but they're also going to be a little bit jumbled because I didn't have time to really process. I think overall I did enjoy the experience of reading this book, and I do love Joe Goldberg's character. I do love the whole concept of the You story, and I think that Caroline Kepnes is an excellent writer, but I would just love to see her write something else, like write a different story. And I know she came out with another book in between this and Hidden Bodies that is like separate from the You series, so I might check that out. But I think reading like a third book in a trilogy, it just reminds me that I don't like series, and I don't care for like continuations of stories that go on for so long. There's only like so much that you can do with the same storyline. And I think, and Gabby from Gabby Reads, I watched her reading vlog where she was reading this book, and I totally agree with a lot of the things that she was saying in her video, which is that it seems like Joe keeps finding himself in the same situations over and over again, and there isn't much variation between the novels. I do appreciate this one because it's nice to see him in a completely different environment, moving from a big city to a small suburban town and dealing with like small suburban town gossip and dealing with a love interest who is much different than his previous love interests. She's older, she is a mother, and I don't know if this is kind of a spoiler because we don't find out until maybe like 100 or so pages in, so spoiler alert, she is married. So he's going through a much different experience from his previous victims in You and Hidden Bodies, which I did really appreciate, and it was definitely fun to read. And as usual, I love getting from Joe's perspective and like laughing along with him and hearing him critique different things about people. But this book and all of the You books are literally like soap operas. So, and I think that's like the best way to sum it up. I think if you are somebody who really likes drama, toxic relationships, and when I say toxic, I mean like the most toxic of toxic relationships, then you would definitely enjoy these books. And this one especially, the drama and the toxicity, oh my god, I don't know how to say this word, whatever, that happens towards the end of this book is just like unbelievably intense and insane. And I did really enjoy the little twist element towards the end of the book. I'd say like the last 60 to like 50 pages of this book, I was like, oh my God, like something different is actually happening. But I also feel like this book just kept going. And I don't mean like in a slow paced way. I just meant like things kept happening where I was just like, okay, like now what? Now what's gonna happen? And I think that's the problem with thrillers that are in series, which is like not a common thing. There's only so much that you can do, and there's only so much that you can shock the reader with, to the point where it gets kind of ridiculous. And I don't want to say that this book is ridiculous, because I did enjoy it, and I don't think it's like a stupid or like a bad book by any means, but I just think that it's just like a wheel that just keeps turning, and the events just keep happening, and like at some point it needs to end. And I can tell that there's probably going to be a fourth book, just in the way that this one was left off in the epilogue. I don't know if I'm going to continue reading. I probably will, just because FOMO, and if the TV show continues, I am gonna want to like know what's happening. So those are my jumbled thoughts. I will be posting a review on Instagram with more cohesive thoughts, I hope. So if you are interested in seeing like a written version of my thoughts, I will definitely post that on Instagram. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I know it was kind of all over the place. I know I was kind of rushing, but my camera battery is literally gonna die any second, and I was trying to finish this book before tomorrow, which is the first day of Ramadan. So I just wanted to say a very happy Ramadan Mubarak to everybody who celebrates. If I have any Muslim followers or subscribers who watch my videos, I hope you have a blessed, wonderful, and just like a happy Ramadan this month. And I hope I do too. But I know that I'm not going to be getting as much reading in within the next month, so I kind of wanted to get this book done before then. So yeah, let me know your thoughts below if you have read You Love Me, or if you're interested in reading it. Are you excited to read it? What are your thoughts about thrillers in series? Definitely let me know down below, and thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it. I will see you all in the next video, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day today. Bye guys!